today. From the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to Week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This defense for the Broncos, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Yeah, they held them to well under 200 yards of total offense, and in today's NFL, that's a feat to be proud of, especially with the emphasis on offense and what we're seeing each and every week, that great creativity and usual productivity.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. Now it's Carr. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Throwing now is Carr. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. They were looking for Johnson that time, and that'll make it 3rd down. When you look at this Bronco defense, it's quite a unit, number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5. Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Pulled in at the 24. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week. So keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, but it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Yeah, we dominate today.
They run for the first time with Javonte Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The numbers for Williams a week ago: 16 carries, 90 yards, and a touchdown.
And those numbers have both he and his blockers motivated this week. They saw that yardage total climbing, but stopped short of 100. Every one of them has to be driven this week to help him reach the century mark.
Off play action. Garvin. Throw left side complete. That's Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Now a 2nd and 2. Operating from the gun. Garvin eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Garvin escaping the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
This is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Garvin flushed out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. I'm pretty sure that was a passing play, but he took off pretty quickly and ran with it.
Love his decisiveness on it because you're exactly right. He was supposed to go back in the pocket and survey the field and throw the football. But when that hole opened, he just said, forget it, let's go. And boy, did that work out well.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And this will wind up as Saints' 1st down as the tackle made here at the 36. Again, it's Kamara. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Now they'll throw with Carr. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 38-yard line. Kamara up the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
To throw, it's Carr. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set, and racing going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From his end zone, Marvin Mims. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Back to throw. Garvin. Right back to Judy, and it's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. Looking to throw. Garvin, flush to his right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. The Broncos at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
There he goes, right side. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. From the gun, it's Carr. His pass caught at the 4. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Carr to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Johnson. Touchdown. Juwan Johnson. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
My, if maybe that ball is 2 yards shorter, it's going to give them the lead because he had a receiver running free there. That's a tough one to miss on.
To throw on 3rd down, Garvin. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Carr. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. The final shot here before half for Carr. Again, it's Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports. No break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Broncos offense set to begin this 3rd quarter. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down. A give to Williams, running right. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Throwing on first down. Garvin. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The kick by Lutz is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Carr now on first down.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Now Carr. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Carr now to throw.
He gets it complete to A.T. Perry.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37.
40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2nd down and 3.
Here's Kamara off the draw. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Here's Carr to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 19. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5.
They run it again with Kamara. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. To throw is Carr. Oh, a good move at the 5. Touchdown, Saints. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr.
And the Saints get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this. And this is going to be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Carr going to throw. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A 10th carry for Kamara. Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the... Now we're going to get another look at this one. Dennis Allen not happy, so he has thrown the challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bump.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
To throw on 2nd down. Garvin escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Buying time to his left. That is caught. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Up the middle, it's Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Back to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Thanks to his effort, they now have a big choice to make here. He just ran them into field goal range with that one, so here come the choices. Do they kick it here, or do they trust him to make another big play and possibly get a 1st down?
They run. It's Williams. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Able to get this one to McBride. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. The Broncos in their hurry-up trying to get to their positions and get set quickly. Back to throw. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks. Here now, 2nd and goal. And he's into the end zone. Now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go.
Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this 2-point conversion. And he is not going to reach the goal line. They were forced to go for it down 2, but the defense rises to the occasion, and they hold on to their lead. So with an even 30 seconds to go, everything will come down to this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Stays on his feet. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. Fighting through at the 25. And he will have a Saints first down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the one to seal a victory for them. And they take a knee. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge